this is Kevin, and I'm a strategist at Cubicle Fugitive. In this video, I'm going to be talking about the resource module within Sitefinity CMS, specifically how to edit an existing media item, which is a podcast or a video item. So here we have a podcast titled Test Duplicated Podcast, and we are going to make some changes to this content. So to do that, we'll go into Sitefinity, and from the dashboard, we'll go to Content, and then under Resources and Insights, we'll find Video, Podcasts, and Media. And we'll click on that to bring up a list of all media items currently on our Sitefinity CMS. So the one I want to modify is called Test Duplicated Podcast, and we could find that by using the search bar up here at the top. You could type in all or part of the name, and I'm just going to enter partial and hit enter. And there you see it filters the list to any matching results, and there's my Test Duplicated Podcast page. So I could now open this in edit mode by either clicking on the title, clicking on this checkbox, which will make the actions menu appear here, and then I would select content from that, or I could even find the actions menu way over on the right with these three dots. I could click there, get the same menu, and then click on content to open it. So here we are now in the edit mode of this podcast, and I first have the ability to change the title or name of it, and I'm going to change it to Modified Podcast. I could change the type. It's still a podcast though, it's not a video, so I'll leave that as is. I could add it to a grouping if I had some. I could add or edit a summary. I could add or edit main content, which I'll do for this video. I'll paste some Lorem Ipsum text in here. I could also actually embed a new code if this link wasn't working anymore. I could remove it and then add a new one in. I could click the featured item box if I wanted to force this podcast to the front of my podcast list. I also have the ability to make changes to the related content. To remove a team member, I would hover over their name or the row until this X icon appears over on the right, and then I would click it to remove. And to add new team members of related content, I would click that plus sign, and then I would find them in the most recent list, or click show all team members to bring up my full list. I can add as many team members as I want. I can do the same with related expertise. I could also remove expertise by hovering and clicking on the X icon. And I can do the same for sectors as well. I also have the ability to reorder these items by clicking, holding, and dragging them up and down. And you'll see a thick black line appear. If I release my mouse button, when I see that thick black line, it will move the item to that spot in the list. We also have the ability to change the related media. I could remove this primary image by hovering my mouse over it until I see this X icon, and then I would click that to remove. And then I could click the plus symbol to add a new image, and then I could browse my image libraries like such. And then once I have one selected I want, I would then hit this Use Selected button. There's the new image. I could add a related document, perhaps a transcript. I could even edit SEO. I could edit the categories and tags, etc. There's no limit on the number of times you can edit a podcast page. And when you're all done, you could hit Save as Draft to preview. Or we could hit Publish, which would save and make live, which I've done. I'm just going to go back to the front end of my demo site now, and I'm going to refresh this Test Duplicated Podcast page so we can see the changes we've made. You saw the new title, Modified Podcast. There's the new image up there. And of course, I added some overview text, and I changed the related people, services, expertise, etc. So this is how you edit an existing media item in the Sitefinity CMS.